Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm Brianna Sorensen.
I'm Eva Zen. Tonight on Capricinella, we are presenting a very special episode on an important subject, dating and relationships. Especially those who identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. And in particular, between a trans woman and a woman.
I strongly urge families, children 14 and older, parents, grandparents, and guardians to watch this episode together. And if you're under 14, please watch this on your 14th birthday.
Some of the material presented in tonight's episode may be disturbing to the young and sensitive viewers. Thank you for understanding. Okay. Hard to believe it's Valentine's Day, and yesterday I went to Don Taco on Crescent Avenue with my girlfriend Brianna. And, oh man, they make the best quesadilla as well as handsomely proportions of chips and salsa.
Don Taco is one of the best Mexican eateries in Fort Wayne.
And let me tell you, that was really worth it. And just a few minutes ago, I ordered a meal from Ziano's, and I can tell you that I did order garlic cheese sticks,
Ooh, those cheese sticks smell romantic.
Italian house salad,
That salad looks very tasty.
ravioli,
Oh, damn.
and for desserts,
It looks like a tasty ravioli.
good brand fine chocolate.
Ava. Wow, that's going to be even better than woman on trans woman sex.
And let me tell you already, this is already been an amazing lunch I am having with Brianna so far. And thank God for Waiter on the Way here in town in Fort Wayne. So. Yep, that's the ravioli and the garlic cheese bread, and on the bottom is the salad I ordered. Holy f***, that tastes so good. Mm. 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 Now, Brown is off camera, so you'll hear her voice.
Ah, yeah, Ava. It sure is worthiest of the lunch dates we have had.
You, Brianna. Look at you, girl. Now, if somebody wants to talk about handsome proportions, this defines it.
Already the best takeout we ever had.
Oh. And this is the ravioli right here. Wow, 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 wow. This literally is basically like butter. Basically melts in your mouth. This ravioli I ordered.
Presentation is wonderful. Literally, the food just melts in your mouth like M&M's candy. Ava and I love M&M's.
Damn.
You sure know a load about very damn good food in Fort Wayne, Ava.
I tell you, I may have seen Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen for 20 seasons. And I think In my book, and if I were a Michelin star judged, I would definitely give Ziano's my 3 stars. That's how good Ziano's is in Fort Wayne. And now, let's try the salad. Whoa!
Chapel Hill and Raleigh are just as good, yet I sure do miss North Carolina cuisine.
Definitely a good salad.
I know, Ava. You usually get the garden salad with ranch dressing. Well, I tell you, this is already one of the best Valentine's Day lunches I have had in quite a long time. And man, am I enjoying every minute of it. And thank goodness I don't even have any makeup on and not even wearing any lipstick. And boy, I sure do love salads. Yeah, definitely my definition of a 3-star Michelin restaurant, in my opinion. But Bruno says definitely 5 stars. And the DeBrand Fine Chocolates.
This is definitely a very damn good dessert that I'll be having. Oh, yeah. I am literally. No. Brianna is really enjoying this meal. And I literally had an orgasm in my mouth. But since I'm pretty much going to be a type 2 diabetic, I will say this will be well worth having high blood sugar for, in my book. And excuse me. And I'm about to go to a family physician in a little under 2 weeks. To confirm that I do in fact have type 2 diabetes. And let me tell you, I had been prepared for that diagnosis myself, because my mom had type 1 diabetes, if my memory serves me right. I know my daughter Samantha had type 2 diabetes, and I sure as hell gave her that dreaded diabetes gene, because I got it from my mom. And passed the diabetes gene to another daughter, or should I say, a transgendered daughter, Tiffany. And she had not only autism, but also type 1 diabetes. I was prepared for both their diabetes diagnoses. And chances are that the twins that Brianna is carrying right now, I may have passed the diabetes gene to them. And in the event, should I be diagnosed with type 2 diabetes at least, I'll say to the physician, you know what? I have waited almost 30 years for that diagnosis. I am glad I have diabetes. So, there you have it. I literally had one of the best lunches on Valentine's Day in 30 years. I saw Brianna enjoying herself, and she is literally dancing on her feet right now. And but Valentine's Day is not over yet. There's also going to be Salvatore's in Fort Wayne. And let me tell you, both those meals total $100. That broke the record set in 1993 with my first girlfriend, Amanda. And back in that day, that meal only cost $15. Adjusted for inflation, that would be $31 almost. But let me tell you something, it is well worth it. Wow. And I tell you, you and I are really having a ball on Valentine's Day 2023.
You're probably the best girlfriend I ever had, Ava.
Yeah.
That was the best romantic lunch we have had for 2 days in a row.
You know, I want to get really frisky with you, but
I know, Ava.
I can't. And I can tell you, I've got a lot of sexual fantasies to fulfill.
What a coincidence. I also have a bucket list of sexual fantasies of mine as well.
Hey, Ella, what is your deal today? What? What is your deal?
I don't know, Ava. I miss a dog and... You know, I'm kind of surprised how the way you've been acting the last couple of days. I was right there with you when you said, uh-oh, either my breasts are sore or my has me. Ain't that right, Caprice?
Yeah. Something's off. Something's definitely off about you. Hey, Caprice. Yeah, something else definitely off about you. Spend most time with Brianna instead of us. Well, I'm sorry, Caprice, but long as I give you attention and do what's best for you and Ella, that's all that matters, right? Yeah.
Of course, Ava's right.
Yeah, it did make a threat. Did I hear any moaning or what appears to have Brianna having an orgasm? Oh, yes. Caprice, do not do that, please. Okay? Yeah. Well, Ava's in again. And I am about to try out Salvatore's via Fort Wayne Raider on the way. And already, this is why they are truly number one according to the commercials I've seen.
Damn, Ava. Hand me a plate, baby.
I'm about to dig in. Or should I say, Brianna and I are about to dig in to this meal. Oh man, these breadsticks already smell delicious. And
They also have a location in New Haven. Maybe we should go there.
Mmm. Already very tasty.
They are amazing, Ava.
Love their breadsticks.
I knew you would love them, Loose Ava.
And just like Ziano's, I do believe the portions are very handsome.
Not too many true restaurants do that nowadays, unless you're at a buffet.
Oh. Now I'm going to try the vegetables.
Ooh, that smells great, sexy girl.
And like I said, they do smell delicious. Wow, wow, wow. Literally. Melts in your mouth.
God, that is good. Only my second time eating a meal from Salvatore's.
Ooh, damn! That is already tasty. Yeah, I already got my recommendation. Yeah. These, I'm going to believe these are Bosco sticks. Just had the seasonal veggies. Or I'm going to believe these are the Bosco sticks. Let's try the, oh my. Salvatore's makes the best homemade pasta sauce.
That is what I like about the eatery. Best pasta sauce from scratch. You don't find those in many restaurants anymore, Ava.
Salvatore's is really damn good. And now to try this full order of ravioli.
Round 2 of ravioli.
And the full order is really good. Let's just hope it tastes as good as it looks. Oh my God, I am literally having an orgasm, even smelling it.
I am too. It's even better than lesbian sex.
And that's the ravioli right there. Yep. And I'm about to dig into this ravioli. And Yep, this would be my recommended dish. This would be the dish that I would recommend for a romantic night like this on Valentine's Day 2023. And watching 21 Live News at 5 with the legendary Linda Jackson and Krista Miller. Totally blows me away.
Definitely different from those dicks of Thomas Powell and Brian McElhatton.
And I'm gonna have another bite of this ravioli. And Ooh, I really ought to tell. I really ought to send Julian Tiekerman from 21 Live up here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, to check out Salvatore's. And I think I ordered the Salvatore's from the one on West Washington Center Road. And I just cannot get enough of this ravioli I'm eating. Oh, really amazing.
No offense, but we just don't see two anchormen with chemistry on the anchor desk. Either two anchor women, an anchor man and anchor woman, or perhaps a transgender anchor woman and anchor woman like Rachel Passault and Tracy Davidson.
And now the big one.
Pretty large calzone that's just as big as the vagina of a buffalo.
This could be a damn good calzone that Brianna and I could be enjoying. Let me tell you, I believe those commercials of Salvatore's.
5 stars to Salvatore's.
They really do make the best dough. And this is a good calzone. Could beat Pizza Hut's. And oh. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. You know, I have tasted things that are a lot better than having lesbian sex. And this calzone from Salvatore's does that, and highly tastes so delicious. That's how good it is. And I'm only gonna base my judgment on the franchise alone, since it has several locations here in Fort Wayne. And once again, if this was a Michelin-starred restaurant, I would give on a 3-point scale, believe it or not, 4 Michelin stars. That is how good Salvatore's is. And on a scale of 5 stars with Brianna, she's going to give it and it's quite obvious, you know the answer from Brianna. She's giving it 5 stars. And Salvatore's happens to be her favorite Italian restaurant, and this is really, really good, given the fact that the meals I cook are typically Mexican-Italian cuisine. Kind of jazzing things up. And of course, there's always the burger and fries. So, And Ella's about to sniff at the food and try to eat it. And I'm going to tell her, no. Don't do that. Kitty. Ava. Hey. Do you like Italian food? A little bit. But I tell you, it does smell very good, Ava. Really? Yeah. No Garfield yet, but sure somebody would love to indulge it. Like you and Brianna are. Well, it's true, Caprice, but when you have a boyfriend, you'll know when you're in love. Because I've seen Lady and the Tramp only a few times since I was a kid.
Yeah. Lady and Tramp was a good movie. Highly recommended for the kids when they're born.
Yeah, you're right. And Brianna is about 15 weeks pregnant. So,
You're right, Gabriella.
I really gave her a bonus today. This happens to be one of her favorite times of the year, and she's only been in 2 relationships. I'm her second.
Yeah,
Go play with Caprice, Gabriella. Will you please?
it's true, but
You need to get down, Ella, okay?
fine.
Come on. Yeah. Yeah, Gabriella. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now seriously, Ella, get down. Get off. Okay? Now, come on. Come on. Get down.
No.
Alright. Fine.
Yeah.
Now you 2 girls behave. While Brianna and I finish our really good meal that we had today. Yes. Wow. I can tell you now, those 2 meals alone was well worth the $100. And thankfully, waiter on the way delivered. Because you know what Brianna and I could have done at those restaurants? Something very naughty. And it would involve a women's restroom stall. You wanna know what it is? It's called Brianna and I having relations and making out in the women's restroom. Oh yeah. Favorite sexual fantasy of mine.
Ava and I would have sex or make out in the ladies' room.
Oh my god. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Ah. Yeah. And, wow. Truly amazing day I have had in over 30 years. I had that same feeling when I went to the Pizza Hut, or should I say the now permanently closed Pizza Hut on Coliseum Boulevard, back on February 14th, 1993. Now, at that time, Amanda and I, my first girlfriend Amanda and I, had a ball. And unlike 30 years ago, things were a hell of a lot different. Because had I done those things with Brianna that I did with Amanda back then, oh boy, you would not believe the trouble I would have gotten into with my mom, and I'm pretty sure Amanda's parents would have done the same with her. But it ended up working out. We were together for only 4 years, and almost 10 years ago, Amanda and I got back together pretty much for the sole purpose of seeing our first daughter Samantha graduate from Marion High School. And since I had a lot of work to do on Samantha's graduation day, I let Amanda take over the duties. But thank goodness, 2 years later, I had a cousin whose daughter was also graduating from Marion High School. And at that point, at that time, I had been to only 3 graduation ceremonies. The first, 1996, with my brother, when he graduated. Yours truly in 2001. And 2014, when my cousin's daughter graduated. Well, there you have it. About to wrap things up, and Brianna and I are about to finish this really good meal from Salvatore's and Ziano's today. Plus the fact I had to finish an assignment for portfolio preparation. As well. This is Abe Zen reminding you to help to control your child's education, have them immunized, and may Fort Wayne's good news be yours. And I can tell you, for the past 5 years now, Fort Wayne's good news has definitely been mine.
Want more Caprice and Ella? Subscribe to our channel and get notified of new videos. Also visit capriceandella.avazin.com for updates and watch full episodes now in 4K ultra high definition.